Welcome back to Conquest SMP, the server where you can make a country or do some various other interesting things. Now, it's been a while since the last episode, and by that I mean a couple days. And in that time, I've done some things. First of all, I went over to someone else's base and enchanted my armor using their enchantment table because I don't have one on my own. I also got this sick cape. Look at that. Isn't it pretty cool? It's pretty cool. I also managed to get this special crown, which I actually got on the second day in the last episode, and then crafted it using this amethyst armor trim. And it's very nice, very fancy, one of the more unique crowns that anyone has made on this server. But I lost all the footage for that. I got that armor trim by trading, as you can see here. But before then, we tried to go to a trial chamber to get one myself, because this armor trim you can only get from trial chambers. But I misremembered where I had manually pasted in the trial chambers, because on World Painter maps, like this one, they don't spawn naturally, yada yada yada. I had to put it in myself. So I knew that there was something in this one spot, so I went with this whole party of people to go find this trial chamber and dig deep below the surface. And lo and behold, it was a stronghold. I led them straight to the stronghold, thinking it was a trial chamber. I was like, man, I'm so good at this game because I know where all the trial chambers are. I was completely wrong. But anyway, I got 45 books out of that because we found the library. So it all kind of worked out in the end. And that is where we are today. So what are we going to do in this episode? Well, good thing you asked. This area is our farming area, but it won't be for long. At some point, it is going to be a sacred hill where I'm going to build a church, and hopefully I can do that before Christmas, because I want to have a Christmas service in the Christmas church. It's going to be great. You know what? I still haven't changed the skin color there. You know what? I don't think I ever will. I think it's just going to be there for the rest of time. Anyway, this church is made of dark oak. It's a Viking church. I'll tell you more about it later, but it has a lot of dark oak, and we need to gather like 10, 15 stacks of it. So, let's go do that right now. Well, after that sick montage, I have mined more dark oak than I have stone. In fact, I had to mine 20 stacks of it, which is a lot, but still, I mean, like, that's not a lot of stone for me to have mined. I've mined more logs than stone. I don't think I've ever seen such a thing before. While I was at it, I also got all the rest of the materials to build the church all in one day, in fact, because I'm grinding to get this done relatively soon because, you know, like I want to have like an event. You know, you get the idea. So the church is going to go right over here. But what exactly is this church going to be, and why is it made of so much dark oak? Well, basically, in Norway, during the Viking Age, or actually just a little bit after the Viking Age, the Vikings converted to Christianity, and so they started building churches. But when you live in such a densely wooded area where there's lots of mountains, you can't really quarry stone effectively, but you can chop down lots of trees and build stuff with wood. So over time, the Norwegians got really, really good at building with wood and making it last a long time, and so when they converted to Christianity, they started building wooden churches. However, when they did start building churches, they weren't quite ready to let go of their old pagan Viking ways, so they kind of look a little bit weird. They've got scales on the roof, they've got dragon heads. The shape of them is very bizarre. It's not something you'd see in mainland Europe. You know, they don't have big two-tower spires, and they don't have one tower with those little things on the top of it that are in the English style. They look completely different. So all around, these buildings are just very interesting and very unique. But also, on top of that, they have this black tar that is put on top of them to keep the wood from rotting away, and it makes them completely black. And I mean completely black. They are just this terrifying, monstrous thing. And it's a church, right? And I love churches, so I was like, wow, you know what? I'm gonna build one of those. And it's gonna go right here. And you'll see more of it in just a moment when I build it, which I'm in fact going to do right now. Just look at that majestic thing right there. Isn't it beautiful? Yep, that's right. This is the church that I built. I actually built this a while ago, but I didn't record anything because I was lazy, and now I am. So forgive me if I've forgotten some of the details, but basically, this is what a Viking church looks like. You can see it has a very strange shape. It's got a very dark color because of that lacquer, and it's got really steep roofs because of the snow, because it gets lots of snow, you know, yada yada yada, whatever. Viking church. One of the cool things about this specific design of a church is that it is very small. Now, usually that's not something you brag about. You're not like bragging about, oh, you know, my church is smaller than any other church in the world. But this one is one where you can actually brag saying, hey, I made the smallest church you could possibly make in this style. But basically, most of the people have built these a lot in Minecraft. This is not the first time anyone's built the Viking church, and it's not going to be the last time either. But I think this is the best one out of all of the ones. You can look them up like Viking Stave Church Minecraft on YouTube, and you'll see a bunch of them, but they're all way bigger, and they all kind of have odd proportions, and they're all just a little wonky. But this one, I put a lot of effort into keeping all the details very concise. You can see, in the stave churches, they'll have several layers of roofs, so there'll be one roof, and then another roof, and another roof, but I kind of did this layering just by doing 2 stairs on top of each other, which kind of gives that effect without taking up 3 blocks like the other churches would do. So this is quite the marvel of technology, you could say, but not only that, but it also has all of the features, including this area, which you can see there is, you know, let's just go inside the church for now. There is, I don't know what this, there's a word for this that I'm forgetting, but basically this is where you come in, you put your swords down, you know, because of course you can't have swords inside the church, and there's this whole, porch. I think this, well, in some traditions this would be called a porch, but yeah, it goes around the whole building, and I don't think many people do this in Minecraft because it takes up a lot of space, but I managed to squeeze it in here, and it's really cool. And I have these windows which are very accurate to how they are in real life, which I like these windows. This is cool. I also put in quite a bit of effort to make this place rather dark. You see it's lit up only by glow lichen, and it's just barely not spawnable with mobs. Inside the real church, there is this room, which is the nave, I think you'd call this. Yeah, it's kind of weird because it doesn't work exactly like most churches do. It looks a lot different, as you can see. This, there are chickens in here. Someone was throwing eggs around earlier, but just ignore them. In Viking tradition, there was the concept of the grove of trees, which was very important to Norse pagan mythology. But when they converted to Christianity, they kind of brought some of those elements in, they kept them, so in these churches they have these pillars going around the walls, they just kind of kept them. All these churches, they have a lot of very pagan elements to them that they just sort of kept and changed the meaning of. Also here, you can see those cross braces, they're kind of hard to see because it's dark, but if I don't have a torch, but if you look at them really closely, you can see that they look kind of like an X shape, but they're only in a 2x2 area, which I'm very proud of that design as well. And those, you know, maybe they might have had some strange pagan meaning originally, but now it means cross, like crucifixion, like Jesus, like wow, isn't that cool? And there's also that roof truss up there. I always do roof trusses in my buildings, but this one looks a little bit different, and that's because it's a boat flipped upside down. Or at least that's what the tour guides always say. I've watched a million videos about these churches, and they're always like, oh, look, you know, it's a boat flipped upside down, because that's what they knew how to do. I honestly kind of doubt that. I think it's just a roof that is shaped similar to a boat. And these tour guides are just making stuff up, but I don't have any authority on that, so just, you know, believe whatever you want to believe, I don't know. And over here is the apse. As you can see, it's rather minimalist. It's got this altar with a little cloth covering on it, which I could have, in hindsight, like put carpet instead of bamboo trapdoor, but I did bamboo trapdoor anyway. So this is the altar, and there's this little screen. I don't know if this is accurate, but in real life they'll have a little wall with some kind of inscription in 3 different languages. I know that's another thing all the tour guides would talk about. They'd be like, oh, you know, 3 different languages are here. And of course, you can't read any of them, but... So I did something like that here with paintings. I've done this in a few other churches, as you might have seen. And behind there is a reliquary. You can't really see there. There's no relic in there because we don't have any relics on this server yet. Maybe we might at some point, but for now it's just an empty room. And of course there is a cross on the top, which you can just barely see. But what is this strange candle? There's only one of them, there's not one on the other side. Well, we had a little ceremony where we lit a purple candle to signify the first Christmas on the server. I know you guys won't be watching this on Christmas. This will probably be uploaded like January 10th, because I have several videos that I haven't edited yet. But right now, it is Christmas Eve, and we did this yesterday. And we lit that candle to signify that it is the first Christmas, and all the next Christmases we'll make another candle and another candle and another candle. So why don't we play that clip right now? So today,
look behind you.
Today is a very special day because this is the first Christmas of Conquest. Except this is not on Christmas, of course. Everyone knows that. 2 days before Christmas. Shut up. All right, but we're going to light this purple candle, and every single Christmas from now on, we're gonna do this. And so it's gonna be a little bit of a mark for every Christmas on the server. Right. So I'm gonna light this candle, and I'm gonna say some super larpy roleplay stuff that's kind of cringe, so just bear with me here. I shall now... Make sure I'm recording. Okay. I shall now, in the name of the Lord of Godavin...
It's already...
Light this candle that shall mark the first Christmas of Conquest. Don't kill him in the church, you monkey. Okay, I'm lighting the candle. There we go, it's lit. It's Christmas season, everybody!
Happy Kwanzaa.
Now you should, just, stand here and,
He's attacking me! Jake attacked me!
Get out of the church, everyone! Get out, get out, get out.
Open the door!
I need to poo really bad.
You need to poo? Don't poo in the church. Poo outside. Oh man! Get out! Get out! I'm closing the door.
Man.
Get out! Don't put the door
it's
open.
everywhere.
Get out of here! I'll clean it. All right.
Okay.
I'm egging the church.
Get out of here! What?
Hey, yucky!
Oh my gosh! Get this chicken out of here! What are you doing? You can't have a chicken inside the church.
Please
You
breathe.
need to understand, the chicken's a child of the church.
Here's your 3.
I know you're enabling your hacks right now.
No.
Oh, we made it! 10 points.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna do the bucket for the
Two
challenge,
hearts.
but with
Two
4
hearts.
mods does.
No.
Yeah.
He's not gonna make
it. Well, that was fun, but I also forgot to mention, if you look up there, those are dragons. Do you see that? Isn't that cool? Right? Doesn't it look like a dragon? It totally looks like a dragon. It's so detailed. Oh ho ho! It is Christmas time, and I still haven't changed that skin tone. Whatever. It is actually not Christmas, but it's Christmas Eve, and we're about to be going off on a crazy adventure and eat lots of food and stuff. And so we have decorated the place for Christmas. As you can see, we have a tree and a candy cane, and that's about it. And there's another tree over there. This tree, I kind of tried to make it look good, but I feel like it still looks just kind of bad. Maybe we'll have a better tree there one day. But for now, it's just a little makeshift tree that I made in about 15 minutes or so. Also, look at this, huh? Look at this. The chests, they're Christmassy. Wow. There's nothing in here, but that's cool. Anyway, this is the end of the video on this very Christmas Eve. It is a second video, and this video is probably gonna come out in February. Because I'm lazy. But anyway, whenever you're seeing this, Merry Christmas to you and to everyone else that you might know and be friends with. Today, we have built this spectacular church, which, by the way, I forgot to mention, it's not actually Viking Stave Church. It's a different Stave Church. No, it's my own Stave Church. It's unique. It's different. It's not an exact replica of anything. But yes, we built this. We lit a candle, which we can go in here and see. Hopefully no one snuffs it out or, like, I don't know, sneezes nearby and then lights it or unlights it. But yes, we lit this candle, built this church. There's lots of chickens in here. We went through some shenanigans. We got super drunk. It's been a wild ride, and now I just need to edit it. Also, would you consider subscribing? Because that would be super amazing of you. I want subscribers, not like I need them. I just want them. So you should do that right now. And also like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Do all of those YouTube things. And then, I don't know, I guess that's like it. Bye.